Hello, everyone. It is Thursday, October 1st. Can you believe it? And it's been kind of cold, so we're kind of seeing this cold fall weather already, and it's October 1st. So, September really flew by, I believe. Okay, so today for reading, you're going to need your Kim and Flick book. It's opened up. And you're going to need this one that goes with it. So those are your Thursday papers. And then I'd like you to have something to write with. You can use your dry erase board if you have it, or a piece of paper or something to write. If you don't have anything, you can look at mine, but it's better if you do it with me rather than just watching me. Okay, so we've been talking about pets and what make pets special this week, and all of our stories have been about pets. And so I found on our iPad, you boys and girls do your Raz Kids, where you read stories and then you take quizzes or you do little questions on the stories. So I was looking in the Raz Kids, and I found one that's called Polly Gets Out, and it's about a pet parrot, and she gets out of the house and goes on an adventure. So I thought it'd be a fun one to read that goes with our theme this week. And it's a fantasy, because it can't really happen in real life. Well, I don't know. Let's look at it and see if we think it's something that could happen in real life. So it's called Polly Gets Out. And this is a level book D. So if you're on your Raz Kids and you're looking at your levels, if you go to D, you can find this book if you want to read it later and do the questions, because we're going to read it together. And it's written by Pam Bull, illustrated by Chris Baldwin. Polly Gets Out. And this is kind of neat because it's just the title page, but it shows a map. And so here's her home. And then an arrow shows where she goes when she leaves her house, and then straight back home. Okay. This is kind of a repeating story. So once you get the hang of it, the rhythm or the pattern, you'll be able to read it really easily. Okay. So I'm going to read it, and then I want you to echo. Polly got out of her cage. She flew out the door. Now your turn. Polly got out of her cage. She flew out the door. So there's some harder words in there. So here she goes. Polly flew over the trees. She saw some houses. Your turn. Polly flew over the trees. She saw some houses. So she goes over the trees, sees the houses. Now watch the pattern. Now houses is going to be on the next page. Polly flew over the houses. She saw a path. Your turn. Polly flew over the houses. She saw a path. So now she's going to fly over the path. Polly flew over the path. She saw a pond. Okay, your turn. Polly flew over the path. She saw a pond. Polly flew over the pond. She saw a playground. Polly flew over the pond. She saw a playground. Polly flew over the playground. She saw some flowers. Polly flew over the playground. She saw some flowers. Seems like Polly's on quite the adventure, doesn't it? Oh, there's some kids. Polly flew over the flowers. She saw some. Well, I thought I was going to say kids, but look at this word. C-H. It's not K. C-H says ch. She saw some children. Now your turn. Polly flew over the flowers. She saw some children. Polly flew over the children, she saw a cat. What do you know about cats and birds? Squawk, said Polly. Polly flew back home. Squawk, said Polly. Polly flew back home. There's those quotation marks because those were the actual sound or the word that Polly said. She said squawk and flew back home. Okay, so that was really kind of a fantasy. I mean, I guess in real life a parrot could be a pet. Well, they are pets, and they could get out of the house. But I don't know that it would quite happen like this. So it was just a cute story about a pet that gets out of the house, and it followed a pattern. And once you got the pattern, you could read the story really well. Okay, so then, oh, I forgot one more page. Sorry about that. I thought it was done. Polly flew into her cage. Phew! Polly was safe. Now this one doesn't follow the pattern. Let's see if you can. I'll read it with you. Polly flew into her cage. Phew! Polly was safe. Excuse me, boys and girls. Okay. She made it home. She was scared of that cat. Okay, when you do this, when you're done with your story and you keep going, it'll tell you you got a reward, and then you can go to next. And then when you're done, you could go down here on Raz and answer the questions. My throat's really dry. I need a drink, I think. So then you can go in and answer the questions. So if you want to do this when you do your RAS, you could do that story. It's a level D, and then do the questions afterwards. Okay. I'm going to grab a drink. And then we're going to do our dry erase board next. Okay. So I have mine. Let me turn that off behind me. Okay, so on your board, we're going to talk about something new. Well, we've kind of talked about it a little bit with verbs. We're going to talk about it with a different kind of word this week. So let's write the word cat, since Polly saw a cat in the story. And a cat is a pet. You write cat on your board? But Polly saw one cat. What if we saw two? Do I say, I saw two cat? Doesn't sound right. What would I say? I saw two cats. Right, cats. And what letter do we put at the end to make it more than one? It would be an S. So if I said, I saw two cats, that's that S. And we've talked a little bit about putting S's on the ends of words sometimes to make the sentence sound right. So let's try another one. Erase cats. Let's do the word flag. Spelling word. O-A-G. Spelling word. L-blend. So if I have one flag, what if I have 10? I say I have 10 flags. Right. Flags. The S. Sometimes it sounds like a Z sound, but it's an S. So when you put an S on the end of a word, it means there's more than one of them. When this is an object or a thing or a person or a place, and then you put an S, there's more than one of them. Okay, let's try one more. Erase flags. Let's do... okay, we can do plan. So it'd be like, I made a plan to go somewhere. Plan. And then we might say, my plans were ruined. Plans plans with an S means more than one. All right, so that's just a little bit of practice with our S at the end of a word to make it more than one. So now let's look at the back of our paper. This one. Okay, and one more. All right, so we have just what we just talked about. Some words end with S. When a word ends in one S, it means there's more than one of something. Oh, and they did flag. So they have flag, and then flags means more than one flag. Okay, so we're going to read the sentence, underline the word that tells about more than one thing. Write the word on the line. Okay, so it says, or you read that. What does that say? Right, see the hats. Which word means more than one of something? See? The? Hats? Yes. Hats means there's more than one hat. So underline hats. Or if you have a highlighter, you can highlight. I always let you do that here. And then hats, we're going to write it on the line. Because this is showing more than one. It's hats. Okay, Tim and Jim have 6 bats. Which word means more than one of something? Right, bats. Underline it and write it. Okay, read the next one to yourself. Underline the word that means more than one and write it. What did you write? Cats. Underline cats. Cats we practice too. And the last one, read it. Underline and write it. What are you writing? Fins. The fish has fins. Fins mean more than one fin. Make sure you have your S there, and it shouldn't be a tall S. It should be a lowercase, short S. Make sure you're writing in lowercase letters. Okay. Pause me if you need to finish. I'm going to erase. All right, we have our little book left, so you're going to get your Kim and Flick, fold it into a book. And you can cut this strip off if you want to at the tie. You don't have to, though, but if you want to cut along that, you can. I just left it and fold it. Okay, so you're going to read Kim and Flick by yourself. It's a very short story. Think about the key details in the story. What is happening? And then, actually, I'm going to put that back up. And then you're going to answer. So it says reread Kim and Flick. Well, we're reading it for the first time. Read Kim and Flick. Write a key detail to complete each sentence. Use a word from the box. So we have hid, flick, come, Kim. Okay, so read the sentence and decide which word goes in each blank. All right, and then at the bottom it says draw a picture to show how Kim feels when she finds Flick. So draw a picture. So do this page after you read your book and then send a picture of the side to your teacher. Okay, so we're not going to do it together. I want you to read it and you to try and do it on your own. Okay? So send this page, a picture of this page to your teacher. All right, boys and girls, that is it for reading today. It is October 1st. We're out there. So So I will see you I'll see you tomorrow on the video. Friday reading. All right. Goodbye, everybody.